Welcome to the What is Stoicism podcast.
In one of the last interviews he ever gave, the late writer and poet John O'Donoghue was asked about the concept of beauty and how it relates to personal growth. His answer provided two valuable self-questions that ancient philosophers would surely have concurred with. Here's what he said, quote, "When was the last time you had a great conversation? A conversation that wasn't just two intersecting monologues, which is what passes for conversation a lot in this culture. When did you last have a great conversation in which you overheard yourself saying things that you never knew you knew? That you heard yourself receiving from somebody, words that absolutely found places within you that you thought you'd lost, and a sense of an event, of conversation, that brought the two of you onto a different plane? And then, fourthly, a conversation that continued to sing in your mind for weeks afterwards." End quote. Socrates, seen by most as the godfather of Western philosophy, and from whom the Stoics took great inspiration, never wrote any of his thoughts down. Every day he wandered around Athens, engaging people in conversation. He questioned people relentlessly, seeking to help them get to the heart of their own beliefs. It was personal growth through the beauty of dialogue and deep thinking, the kind of conversations that neither participant would forget in a hurry. O'Donoghue goes on to give us another means of reflection. Quote, "A second question to always ask oneself is, who are you reading? Who are you reading? And where are you stretching your own boundaries? Are you repetitive in that? And why do we read books? Because that's where the wisdom is." End quote. The value of reading to anyone seeking personal growth can hardly be overstated. Reading, wrote Seneca, is indispensable. It nourishes the mind and refreshes it when it is wearied. It enables us to learn quickly what others have spent years researching, challenges our beliefs, and frees us from the limitations of what we didn't previously know. Another story John O'Donoghue liked to share was that of a Zen monk who would go to the mirror each morning when he got up and say to the mirror, "Who are you?" Then he would look in the mirror again and say, "Who are you?" Then he'd look in the mirror a third time and say, "Who are you?" Finally, he would wink at the mirror and say, "Well, whoever you are, don't let them fool you today." It's a nice practice in self-awareness to ask yourself each morning who you are. The magic of the question, of course, is that you're the only one who can ever truly answer it. Initially, it might not actually seem that difficult a question. You are you, after all. Who else could you be? But it's a deeper one than it first appears. Indeed, to know yourself was seen as one of the highest pursuits in ancient Greece. In Plato's Apology, Socrates talks of his life's purpose being to fulfill the philosopher's mission of searching into myself and others. And it's this searching that is vital if we're to really know ourselves. Here are some philosophical searches you might wish to conduct to get to know yourself better. Know your roles and how to fulfill them, so you can be the best version of that role. For example, son, daughter, mother, father, sister, brother, friend, possible. Know what you know and what you don't, so you can keep learning and developing your wisdom. Know what your desires are and how you form them, so you know what you really want and when you have enough. Know what you're comfortable with and what you're afraid of, so you can develop courage by facing your fears. Know what you're doing too much of and what you're not doing enough of, so you can develop self-discipline by making rational choices. Know the philosophy by which you want to live and review your actions each day to know where you're doing well and where you need to improve, so you can live with purpose and help others to do the same. Another helpful step in knowing yourself is to decide who you are and work backward from there. Define the principles that make you that person and make decisions according to them. Get out of bed each day with the purpose of being that person. Soon enough, when you look in the mirror in the morning and ask yourself who you are, you'll have a pretty good idea. So 3 questions, courtesy of John O'Donoghue, to ask yourself today that may help inform the actions you take. 1. When was the last time you had a great conversation? 2. Who are you reading? And 3. Who are you?